off death row. They say death, we say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death, we say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death, we say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death, we say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death, we say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death, we... Now. 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 Clemency. Now.
Clemency.
Now.
Clemency.
Now.
I guess the plan for the program, we're going to actually have a short speak out here, and then we're going to kick off a march over to St. Stephen's for a more formal program. So first up, this is an awesome crowd. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
My name's White Stars. I'm with the campaign to end the death penalty. And I'm one of the sponsoring organizations along with Amnesty, obviously well represented. Amnesty!
Whoa!
As well as the National Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty. We also have the ACLU right here. And I don't know what's the number of other groups. My voice is on. So, without further ado, I'd like to actually introduce a few speakers that agree to say a few words. Kicking us off, actually, I'd like to introduce this man right here, hard laughing.
Alright, sorry.
No, Art's going to go left. Actually, first off, I'd like to introduce a woman who's actually no stranger to the struggle for justice and the struggle against the death penalty. What makes it even more impressive is the fact that she's a family of a murder victim herself. Taking a stand to speak out the fact that the death penalty does not serve the victims of murder. Benita Slice. Benita.
Yeah.
Hi family, hi abolition family. How you all doing?
Peace. You good?
Hi abolition family, how are you?
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here on behalf of me, my family, and my late husband Michael, who was murdered. We all thank you for being here. We are here in honor and to plead for Georgia to free Troy Davis and let him live.
Perry's, Texas. You've got Democrats as quiet as church mice. If we're going to build this movement, it's got to come from us. We're the ones who are going to have to make this happen.
That's right, sir. Tell him.
And I just want to end with one thing. I got phone calls today when this rally got out from two people you might have heard of. Their names are Tommy Smith and John Carlos.
Yeah.
They were the people who raised their fist at the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City. Tommy Smith from Georgia, John Carlos about to move to Georgia. This is very close to them. They both wanted to express their solidarity, and John, who really does like to talk, gave me a couple of sentences he wanted me to read to you all today, and I'll end with that right now. This is what John Carlos said. He said, "I've lived a lot of years, and I've seen many things, but I didn't think I'd live long enough to see a lynching return to the state of Georgia. This has to end. Troy Davis must be free, and I'll raise my fist as many times as necessary to make it happen."
Free Troy Davis! Free Troy Davis! Free Troy Davis! Free Troy Davis! Free Troy Davis!
We're marching for justice, we shall not be moved. We're marching for justice, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Violence ends where love begins. Thank you very much.
Woo! Yeah!
All right, so let's get this march started. Abe is going to move the banner up there, and he's going to lead us. We're going to go straight up Park Road.
Davis, off death row. They say death, we say no. Take Troy Davis off death row.
They say death,
We say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death, we say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death, we say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death, we say he's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's go. Hey, hey.
Sweat!
Oh, oh.
Sweat!
The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey.
Sweat!
Oh, oh.
Sweat!
The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey.
Sweat!
Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey.
Sweat!
Oh, oh.
Sweat!
The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Sweat. Oh, oh. Sweat. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Sweat. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. The death penalty's got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Off death row. They say death. We say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death. We say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death. We say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death. We say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death. We say no. Take Troy Davis off death row. They say death. We say no. Just face it. Death row is racist. Hey Georgia, just face it. Death row is racist. Hey Georgia, just face it. Death row is racist. Hey Georgia, just face it. Death row is racist. Hey Georgia, just face it. Is racist. Free Troy Davis. Death row 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 is racist. Free Troy Davis. Death Davis. Troy 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 Davis. Church, man. Word. My voice gone. So we up
church. Just got finished marching outside. I don't know what we're going to have to do right now. But we'll see. We'll see.
And on behalf of everybody at St. Stephen's, we want to give you a very hearty and very rousing welcome. You're here for a noble cause. And part of St. Stephen's tradition is welcoming and hopefully fostering causes of social justice like this one. So we're delighted to have you here. I was saying you must all be Episcopalians because you're all sitting in the back. So I hope some of the standees will come and sit in the front. That will be encouraging for the speakers. Please relax. You look like a good, rousing, noisy crowd. I hope that's what you'll turn out to be. And I hope you will give it your all, intellectually and spiritually, because Troy Davis deserves it. And so I hope you feel welcome here. You're certainly welcome to come and worship here. We're a social justice church, have been for 50 years. And so let's continue tonight in the best Christian traditions. Again,
Troy Davis! Troy Davis! Troy Davis!
There you go. Thank you so much.
Yeah!
It's truly a remarkable show of solidarity for Troy Davis. My name is Morabi Olagbaju, and I'm the director of the Mid-Atlantic region for Amnesty International USA. It's not every day that Amnesty International puts so much effort and attention to a death penalty case. There are so many cases that come to our attention, and we've taken Troy Davis' case over the past 8 years or 10 years because it's really emblematic of what is all that is wrong about the death penalty. Think about it. If Troy Davis was a white person, would he be in death row today? No. If the police officer that was killed was a black, poor person in the neighborhood, will he be imprisoned in the death row today?
No.
With Troy Davis, if Troy Davis is a millionaire and has the money to hire a crackerjack lawyer that can poke holes and can choose the jury, will he be on death row today?
No.
Thank you. That just tells you the whole story. I've been in this organization for a long time, and I've been really, as many of you, I didn't come to death penalty abolition straight away like that. My views have evolved. When I first came to Amnesty, I wasn't sure whether I was for or against death penalty. I will be very honest with you. And seeing this case of Troy Davis has really made me very strong a believer in abolition of death penalty. And I've seen personally the toll that this experience has had on Martina, Troy's sister, and John, his nephew. When Troy's sister, Martina, always, she's a really fabulous person. Not only is she one of the most strongest advocates for Troy, she's also a great activist on her own right, fighting to really create awareness around the issue of breast cancer, which she's also a survivor. And I've seen her many years, like 8 years at regional conferences. Every conference she brings the John. And when I first met the John, Troy's nephew, he was just like this. Today, the John is almost as tall as me. And every time I see him, he always talks about what this case was.
5 people he executed. Now, Rick Perry puts that number to shame in an amazing way, in a barbaric way. 234, I understand. And of course, he's set to execute people this very week. And with that, and that position, of course, making a full-throated, loud, confident defense of his practice of the death penalty before a crowd of supporters of the Ronald Reagan building and receiving loud applause. And for me, that's another reason to solemn, but it's also a reason to be angry and motivated. I said solemn and joyous because, like you, I was grinning my face off as we're marching down the street. That sense of resistance and power, and that our voice counts, and through us Troy's voice counts, and that no matter what that Troy, the things that this movement has stood for, that Troy in his own leadership and that his family have demonstrated through their own leadership of standing up when honestly very little people were listening, with the hope that truth was enough to motivate people into action, standing behind that, connecting with groups like Amnesty International, with my organization, the Campaign to End the Death Penalty, and I'm building a national campaign to make it clear to people that Troy's case, again, is all of our case, it's all of our situation, and by coming together and standing up and marching down the street, we show the power of solidarity, our power as ordinary, everyday, work-a-day folks to actually take a stand and actually and make something happen.
There's no wonder why we're all here this evening. That's to speak out against injustice and to speak up for what is right. As unfortunate as it is, there are a lot of people in the U.S. with the same plight as Troy Davis. With the U.S. leading the world in incarceration with over 2.4 million people behind bars, and that's a 500% increase over the past 30 years, there's a great need for criminal justice reform here in the U.S. The U.S. has 5% of the world's population, yet it incarcerates approximately 25%, or approximately 25% are incarcerated. There's a great need for criminal justice reform. When the death penalty when people are on death row and are innocent, there's a great need for reform. Now, 60% of the people in prison are people of color. And we know that 12% of African American or Black Americans in the U.S., where we represent 12%, there's a great need for reform. Now, I want to encourage you all to continue to educate yourselves outside of the appropriated curriculum, for if you don't, we will fail. We don't want 50, 60 years from now, the history books to say that our generation didn't do what we were supposed to do, to speak out against injustice and to speak up for what is right. And I'll end with this. I had the great opportunity of studying at the University of Legon in Accra, Ghana, while in undergrad. And one of my professors said, you must act as if it is impossible to fail, for if you do not act, you will have already failed. So I encourage you all to continue to organize, continue to be activists, for if you don't, we will fail. But when you do, your voices are heard, you make a difference, and change is of the essence, and it occurs. Thank you.